Going into this project, I was planning on answering the question of whether Americans still believe the American dream is alive. But during my first interview, it took a turn down a different path. This path turned out better than I had thought. I grew up in a normal American family, a family that was closely knit. We loved each other and always strived to be the best we could for each other. My family has worked hard to get where they are today. No one is living paycheck to paycheck. I have cousins and aunts that are Korean, yet cultural differences never were apparent because they were human beings in my eyes. I saw them as family and not what they look like on the outside. Americans are just one big family. We need to start seeing them this way, no matter what their genetic makeup goes for. So from the beginning, I have viewed this country as a home. I'm proud to have gotten the chance to live here, and it's one thing I will never take for granted.
Like you're able to be yourself and like no one can take that right away from you. You're able to like express your religion, your own facts, your own opinion, your like state of speech.
Do what you want, say what you want, to choose your religion, to choose what kind of work you want to do, to choose what you want to do with your life, where you want to go, where you want to live.
Well, for me, it means to be hardworking and to follow your dreams and follow your heart and include everyone.
I think being American is having our freedom to do what we want to do in our lives and our families. Having my dad go to war, my grandpa was in the war, fighting for our freedom. So they did it to protect us. And you kids. It's just what we feel we have to do in order to be free. I think Americans embody power, strength, integrity.
Loud and boisterous and fat.
Again, I think growing up with a grandpa that was in the Pearl Harbor and having a father that had to go, family meant a lot. You've always, protected your own. So I guess in a childhood manner that you just stand behind your family and your friends and what you believe in.
Education. Because many people don't have the same education. We have great education, learning something, and our teachers helping us throughout that if we don't understand it.
Well, going back to religion again, I've had several experiences where I've been talking with people about the Bible or Christianity or God, and in other countries, depending on what country you go to, a lot of that is you can't do that. Otherwise you'll be put in jail or killed.
Just having the ability to speak my mind, because in other countries the women have to walk behind the males. They cannot speak in public. They cannot, they do not have an opinion whatsoever. They're worse than like a dog. They have to walk behind them. They have, I can't imagine having to do that.
Probably freedom of speech, to be able to say what you want and to be able to believe what you want, in a lot of other countries in the world, you can be persecuted for thinking, saying, or believing in certain things. So the fact that you can believe in whatever you want here.
Probably freedom of speech.
Probably freedom of religion. Just because I'm a Christian and I think that, I know a lot of religions get persecuted around the world, and I would never want, anybody in this country to feel like they had to hide from what they believed in, or fear that somebody else would hurt them for not believing in what they did. I mean, I can't even picture life without those freedoms and those dreams, because without that, then we're nothing special. I think it's kind of hard to fathom because we take everyday life for granted, and we don't realize that we can have those freedoms taken away. And a lot of people don't know how to answer that question because they can't picture life without freedom, because they've never seen it, they don't know, have never experienced it before. And like me, I've never experienced that. I can't even imagine.
If our freedoms were taken away from us, our society would be so much different. Like, I couldn't even imagine that, because we wouldn't be able to do what we want. We wouldn't be able to live a normal life like we should. And it's bad because other people don't have the same freedoms and they're living misery.
It would be terrible. If our freedom was taken away, everything as we know it would be gone. You wouldn't just be going to work. You wouldn't be going to school anymore. We'd be probably in war. And all of what we know would be gone. You would be fighting for your lives. We'd be killing people. It would be terrible. We lost it, you bet. I think everybody would stand up to the plate and go forward with that.
Resistance to whatever was taking away our freedom, because Americans are generally very proud to be Americans, and whatever was threatening their freedoms and their values and their beliefs in as a whole would definitely be a problem with most Americans. So what would it be like to have our freedoms taken away? Probably a pretty big fight.
My view on America has changed over the year, and even more over the last week completing this project. I have gained a better insight to the people I consider family. I was surprised how much my mom and sister answered my questions differently. Through this process, I learned that Americans will always be proud to be Americans. We are honored to have the freedoms we do, yet many take them for granted. When my interviewees were asked about their freedoms being taken away, they were startled and thought a while before answering. Americans expect their rights. They don't realize that they could be taken away. We have to appreciate them while we have them, because who knows what tomorrow brings. But also, we need to be able to accept people, because everyone has come to America for the opportunities. We have to keep America a loving place. We are all humans trying to enjoy life while we have it, because who knows what tomorrow has in store.